Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're rediving deep into one of the most epic and devastating events in Marvel history. World War Hulk. This isn't just a story about smashing. It's a tale of betrayal, unimaginable grief, and a hero pushed so far past his breaking point that he becomes the world's greatest threat. So, buckle up, because things are about to get green. Our story begins with the Hulk, but not the one we're used to. After being tricked by the Illuminati, a secret group of Earth's smartest heroes, including Iron Man, Mr. Fantastic, Doctor Strange, and Black Bolt, and exiled into space, he found a new home. On the brutal planet of Sakaar, he wasn't a monster. He was a gladiator, a revolutionary, a king, and even a husband. He found love with Kiara the Old Strong and was expecting a child. For the first time, Bruce Banner and the Hulk found peace. But that peace was shattered. The spaceship that brought him to Sakaar exploded, taking his wife, his unborn child, and millions of his subjects with it. Consumed by a rage hotter than 1,000 suns, the Hulk blamed the Illuminati. He believed they had rigged the ship to self-destruct, murdering his entire world. With his loyal Warbound by his side, Korg, Meek, and others who fought alongside him in the Sakaaran arenas, he pointed his warship back towards Earth. His mission was simple: justice, or, more accurately, vengeance. His first stop was the Moon. The Illuminati had a member there, Black Bolt, king of the Inhumans. The Hulk didn't waste a second. He landed on the blue area of the Moon and confronted Black Bolt, whose voice can shatter mountains. Black Bolt unleashed a whisper, a fraction of his power, but it was useless. The Hulk endured it, grabbed the Inhuman King and beat him into submission, declaring, "I didn't come here for a whisper, came here for a scream." The king was defeated. Unbeknownst to the Hulk, this wasn't the real Black Bolt, but a Skrull infiltrator. But it didn't matter. The message was sent. The Hulk was coming. Next stop, Manhattan. The Hulk broadcasts his demands to the world. He wanted New York City evacuated, and he wanted the Illuminati to face him. He gave them 24 hours. The heroes of Earth scrambled, but they had no idea what they were up against. This Hulk was stronger, smarter, and more focused than ever before. He had trained for years as a master tactician and warrior on Sakaar. This wasn't a mindless rage monster. This was the Green Scar, the world breaker. While the city emptied, the Hulk took a little side trip to Westchester to visit the X Mansion. He was looking for Professor X, another member of the Illuminati. Professor X wasn't present for the vote to exile the Hulk, but when confronted, he admitted that he would have agreed with the decision. That was all the Hulk needed to hear. He unleashed his fury on the X-Men. Team after team knew X-Men. Astonishing X-Men, X-Factor, they all fell. Even the unstoppable Juggernaut was taken out, launched miles away with a single punch. It was only when the young mutant Mercury showed the Hulk the graves of all the mutants who had died during the decimation event that he relented. Seeing their suffering, he decided Professor X was already living in his own personal hell. He spared the professor and left, his point made. Returning to Manhattan, the clock had run out. And who was the first to meet him? Tony Stark, in his most advanced Hulkbuster armor yet. This wasn't their first rodeo, but this time was different. Stark had poured billions into this suit, a walking skyscraper of technology designed for one purpose: to stop the Hulk. The battle was legendary, a clash of titans that tore through the city streets. Stark even tried to use special nanites to suppress the Hulk's power, but the Hulk's rage was just too immense. He tore through the Hulkbuster armor like it was tinfoil and brought the entire Stark Tower crashing down in a heap of rubble. Iron Man, Earth's Golden Avenger, was defeated. With Iron Man down, the rest of Earth's heroes threw themselves at the Green Goliath. The mighty Avengers, the new Avengers, even Doc Samson, a man who once went toe-to with the savage Hulk, they were all swatted aside like flies. Mr. Fantastic, Reed Richards tried to use technology to project an image of the Sentry, hoping his calming aura would soothe the Hulk. It was a clever idea, but the Hulk saw right through the trick. The Fantastic Four were next to fall. The Hulk systematically and brutally dismantled every defense Earth had. Then came the Sorcerer Supreme, Dr. Strange. Recognizing the sheer physical power he was up against, Strange decided he couldn't hold back. He tapped into a dark, forbidden power, channeling the demonic entity known as Zom. His hands, which the Hulk had crushed earlier, were reformed into spiked maces, and his power swelled to terrifying levels. The battle that followed was mystical and apocalyptic. Strange punched Hulk clean out of the city and into a building. But as the building collapsed on innocent civilians, the Hulk, even in his rage, used his body to shield them from the debris. Seeing this, Strange realized he was the one becoming the monster, losing control to Zom. The hesitation cost him. The Hulk regained the upper hand and defeated the Zom-possessed Sorcerer Supreme, adding another Illuminati member to his collection. With Earth's mightiest heroes defeated, the Hulk and his Warbound transformed Madison Square Garden into their personal gladiatorial arena, just like on Sakaar. He placed obedience discs on the captive Iron Man, Mr. Fantastic, and Dr. Strange, forcing them to fight alien beasts and then each other. He wanted them to feel the life he had been forced to lead, to understand what it meant to be a monster. He forced Mr. Fantastic to fight Iron Man, ordering the victor to kill the loser. The Hulk wasn't just there to beat them. He was there to break them, to humiliate them, to destroy everything they stood for. He was going to tear down their world, just as they had torn down his. As the city burned and the heroes fell, a different kind of war was being waged in the streets. Mung, the Inconceivable, one of the Hulk's alien allies, went on a rampage against Meek's wishes, hunting down civilians. But he ran into an unexpected obstacle. Frank Castle, the Punisher. Armed with an arsenal of weapons and pure grit, the Punisher single-handedly took on this massive alien warrior to protect a group of evacuees. In a brutal, bloody fight, the Punisher not only survived but managed to kill Mung, saving the civilians and proving that even in a war of gods, one man can still make a difference. Back at the arena, just as the Hulk was about to force Mr. Fantastic to deliver the final blow to Iron Man, a golden streak lit up the sky. The Sentry had arrived. As the most powerful hero on Earth, he was their last hope. The battle between the Hulk and the Sentry was cataclysmic. They unleashed power that threatened to crack the very planet. The energy output was so immense that it literally tore through the fabric of New York City. The other heroes and the Warbound had to work together just to save the remaining civilians from the fallout of their fight. Finally, after exchanging blows that would have leveled continents, they both exhausted their power, reverting to their human forms, a battered Bruce Banner and a weakened Robert Reynolds. But the story wasn't over. As Bruce lay defeated, Meek, his insectoid Warbound ally, suddenly tried to spear him. Rick Jones jumped in the way, taking the blow. This sacrifice sent Bruce over the edge, transforming him back into the Hulk. But then came the final, soul-crushing twist. Meek confessed everything. He revealed that the Illuminati weren't responsible for the explosion on Sakaar. It was the Red King's loyalists, and Meek knew. He let it happen. He wanted the Hulk to stay a destroyer, a world breaker, not a peacemaker. He wanted this war. This final betrayal unleashed a rage in the Hulk that dwarfed everything that came before. He became so powerful that his very footsteps caused seismic tremors, threatening to shatter the entire eastern seaboard. With no other choice, Tony Stark activated his last resort, a network of satellites that fired a beam of energy, neutralizing the gamma radiation in the Hulk's body, and finally, forcibly reverting him to a comatose Bruce Banner. The war was over. The Hulk was defeated, but at what cost? He was right about the betrayal, just wrong about who betrayed him. He lost everything, twice. And in a final, chilling epilogue, deep on the recovering planet of Sakaar, a figure emerges from the cracked Earth. A boy with gray skin, immense power, and a familiar look of anger in his eyes. Sakaar, the son of Hulk, had survived. A new story of rage and legacy was just beginning. And that's the epic saga of World War Hulk. A tragic story from start to finish. What do you guys think? Was the Hulk justified? Let me know down in the comments. Thanks so much for watching, and if you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more content. See you in the next video.